think that a lot of like outlandish conspiracy theories aren't necessarily caused by like, whoa, you've been watching too many movies where conspiracy theories happen. It's like, no, you've just been watching a lot of movies. Just watching a movie means that you're watching a reality with an author. And then when you look at the real world and it's not directed and dramaturged, you get suspicious. This can't be real. All those children aren't wearing coats, but it was 12 degrees that morning. What's going on? The answer is kids don't always wear coats.
Right.
But in a movie, they wouldn't have made that mistake because it would have been distracting. And we've become so accustomed to movies telling us what's real.
What did I tell you? It was only a matter of time before 9/11 comes back into the picture with the threat of terrorism coming to the United States in response to our disastrous foreign policy with Israel. And of course, with that come some old faces, along with new ones, still propagating the dumb, stupid, infantile theories that plague the 9/11 discourse. Just want to show you some of the commentary on viral media. Is Iran News Daily. Never forget that Israel did 9/11. Yes, the Jews just basically either hijacked the planes and killed themselves, or the Jews are controlling the planes, or maybe the Jews are controlling invisible planes with Judy Wood magical space beams. And the commentary is like in the hundreds, and as you can see, it's all anti-Semitic. I knew these people would come. I told you in videos months prior that anti-Semitism would come and hitch on the ride of anti-Zionism. And sure enough, here it is. Here's another one. Here's another winner. Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus. Who the fuck is this winner? Right? Doctor of medicine. Right? Candace Owens, the Jews working in the World Trade Center were forewarned about the 9/11 attack, didn't go to work that day. Candace Owens is an imbecile. There were over, I believe there was like 300 Jewish people were killed on 9/11. Their names are on the fucking grounds. The World Trade Center. No. This theory is dumb. It's not that, imagine all the Jews in the World Trade Center don't go into work, Mitchell, right? And just basically didn't tell their counterparts, oh, we hate them, let them die. Right? That's what these people think. And so what did I tell you too? Right wing Christian fascist, right wing, alt-right. These people aren't even religious. They're just dumb. They make up for 90%. I'm not joking. 90%, I would say, in my opinion, being on viral media for the last 10 years. 90% of all the conspiracy, the really fucking idiotic ones, come from alt-right. Right? Because look what they believe. They believe in like this ridiculous notion of gods and guns and country, and they believe anything because they don't trust the education system. They don't trust the science. They don't trust the world. Everything is against them. It's all a lie based on the old establishment, the Illuminati and New World Order. Thank you, fucking Alex Jones. Right? Look, Jake Shields, one of the greatest MMA grapplers I've ever seen, period. Big fan of mixed martial arts and no holds barred. That's what it used to be called, by the way, back in the day. Knew Jake Shields for years. But look at this. This is fucking ridiculous. Israel did 9/11. So Jake Shields, if you're ever watching this, I doubt you are. So the Jews hijacked the planes? Do you even believe that planes actually crashed anywhere? Because people who usually blame Israel for 9/11 don't believe hijackers were legitimate, don't believe that the phone calls were legitimate, don't believe that the planes are fucking legitimate. Well, if the hijackers, the planes, and the phone calls aren't legitimate, how the fuck are you going to connect the intelligence services to foreknowledge about the 9/11 attacks or their association with the hijackers? You can't, because there are no hijackers. There's no association because the intelligence services who are monitoring the hijackers, you're saying the hijackers don't exist. The monitoring services and aren't following anybody, aren't withholding information from anybody. There's a fucking retarded post. And this was made, 2 days ago? Here's another one. The International Center for 9/11 Justice. These guys are idiots. Ted Walter, fucking Kevin Ryan, Richard Gage, a bunch of retards. Muslims didn't do 9/11. Oh, okay. I agree. Wahhabis aren't really Muslims, but Wahhabis hijacked those planes. But they don't believe in hijacked planes. They don't believe in hijackers because they don't believe in phone calls. I mean, no wonder you don't see these guys anywhere proactive in the judicial system because they all think that the judicial system is corrupt. Well, then why are they doing this for? This donations, give them money, just like every other evangelical fucking prosperity church that these idiots go to. Um, is anybody surprised? There's no real discourse about 9/11 anymore. I mean, there's very few of us, prominent, me and DJ Dumber Detonator, Leonardo Salvaggio. That's it in terms of prominent. I mean, you got others like Sean Russell, you got Darren Harvey, you got, Ben and Eric on the Project for New American Century podcast, but there's not many left. I mean, we're coming up on 24 years to the date. And there's a lot of these fucking idiots. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And this is what happens when you saturate the airwaves with disinformation, when you saturate the viral media with misinformation that goes all the way back to Alex Jones and David Ray Griffin and Jim Fetzer and Oli Damgard, right? I mean, they had a fucking 20-year head start. I started viral media back in 2018. I came to the party late, but nevertheless, I'm still at the party. But I mean, I'm not popular, so I'm not going to reach a very big audience. These guys are. They're, Alex Jones, the big platform. Then Joe Rogan and fucking, Dave Smith or Jimmy Dore. They're not going to have me on. Or Patrick Bet David, Valuetainment. I'm not going to go on these shows anyway because they're not serious. Maybe Dave Smith is, but everybody else, Joe Rogan. I mean, really. I mean, look, anybody with a big platform, have they ever been influential in trying to push for judicial prosecution? Because that's what I'm about. Now I can make arguments left and right. I'd love to work with Cradler and Cradler or Motley Rice, but I mean, they got it. They're more informed than me, and so they don't really need me. But I mean, any big platform to try and educate the audience about maybe getting a new investigation, that's not going to happen because when you saturate the airways with stupid theories like these people are pushing, it really makes it hard for anybody to take us seriously. And by default, I'm part of that group, even though I'm not. I'm my own person. I try to educate responsibly because I believe that information is power and power belongs in the hands of the people. And this is the reason why you won't see Jason Burmis or Richard Gage or Alex Jones or Judy Wood or Rebecca Roth or Christopher Bolin or Parts on 9/11 Architects and Engineers, International Center for 9/11 Justice. You'll never see them in a court of law. Never, ever, never. Or try to push for it. They'll claim that they are for 9/11 justice, but they're not. Most of those people I mentioned are grifters. 100% off the board grifters. And they feel that they want to debate this issue or take an issue with me. I'm right here. I've been calling you guys out for years because nobody else has. I mean, I think me and Nelson are the only ones that do it. I mean, we tried to throw an olive branch out to Jason Burmis, thinking he had hope. Guess not. Because when it comes to fame and money and popularity and buy me a coffee and fucking Patreon, that's what fucking matters to you and not a court of law. That's why you'll never see any of these jokes try and push for real fucking judicial prosecution or reform or an investigation at all. That's the reason why the Trump administration spits on you people because you're so stupid that you think DJ Drano or fucking what's her name? Libs for TikTok. They're gonna get, classified files about the Epstein case. Are you fucking retarded? Are you really that gullible? Yeah, you are, because you voted for an imbecile. Hey, listen, you're no different than those idiots with the green hair voting for Biden, cutting their dicks off. I said this in yesterday's video too. I mean, you're no different. You're all victim of brainwashing, manipulation, but you don't want to accept that fact because when you look in the mirror, you see yourself. And when you look at other people, you don't see yourself, you see somebody else. Meanwhile, the reality is When you're looking at somebody, you're seeing yourself because we're all part of one union. But you're so brainwashed to believe that you're different and my values are different, but your values are skewed. And what you were taught isn't really the truth. It's a manipulation of the truth. And that's what happened with 9/11 in discourse. But you'll see it. It's all over Twitter. And even though I'm banned on Twitter, I got a new Twitter handle, the Darkened Hour. I mean, I'm not a big channel. I don't know why they banned me. I'm not doing anything, inflammatory. I'm not important enough to, be banned. I'm not saying I'm reaching millions. I don't know why they would ban me, but they did. But I'm coming back. I'm not stopping. So there you have it. I mean, look, watch out for, these people that claim that they're, when you hear a self-professed expert claiming that they're for the truth, instead of telling you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear, well, that's when you're coming across a con man or somebody who's a victim of a con man. And they're only repetitious in their afflictions because they were manipulated. And now they are the manipulator. The abused becomes the abuser. And so, for those who are impatient, be patient in a time where information and disinformation comes at you in lightning speed, and take care of what you read and what you see. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into the video. See you in the next one. Have a great weekend, everybody.